Welcome to part 3 of my mini-series, fun and unique gameplay mechanics how to eliminate your enemies in Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Today we're going to cover feeding the enemy soldiers different food items. We can cause different effects if we feed the enemy soldiers different items. For example, today we're going to cover how to make the enemy soldiers hungry and then feed them poisonous items, rotten items, and sleepy items. First, you'll want to find a food storage area, and you can find a few of these throughout the game. We need to blow it up and sabotage their food supply with good old TNT. After you ruin the food supply, the enemies in the area won't immediately become hungry. You have to leave and then come back, and that will activate the hunger in the enemy soldiers. Also, any surrounding areas next to the food supply, those enemies should be hungry as well. First, we'll cover poisoning your enemies. There are a couple different food items that are poisonous in the game. The most common ones are the poison dart frog and the fly gark mushroom. And it's as simple as it sounds. Throw one of these food items towards the enemy's area. Once they notice it, they will eat it, and unfortunately, they will meet their utter demise. And I want to clarify here, if you feed an enemy soldier a venomous animal, for example, I believe right here this is either a coral snake or a cobra. If you feed them a dead venomous animal, it won't have any negative effect. It'll actually have a positive effect because it will reverse their hunger. A venomous animal needs to be captured alive to have any effect on enemy soldiers, and that was actually part 2 of my series, so go watch that if you want. And this also applies to the opposite scenario. If you capture a live poisonous animal, like right here, I'm going to throw a poison dart frog at the enemy soldier, it will not have any negative effect at all. The only effect it'll have is bringing attention onto yourself or distracting the enemy. A poisonous animal like a poison dart frog, it has to be deceased in order to have any effect on the enemy soldier. So if you blow up the enemy food storage supply, it seems to only have effect on enemy soldiers, not the scientists or the maintenance workers. Throwing food near scientists, they'll just notice it for a second and then ignore it. If you hold on to one food item for too long, it may go spoiled or rotten, and you can tell because you can see the fly icons on top of the food item. Now, it's the same concept as feeding the poisonous food to the enemies. Feed them rotten food and they'll be incapacitated with an upset tummy. And last we have the magical spatza, or the sleep mushroom. It gives Snake ammunition for his sleepy handkerchief. Eating a spatza will cause the enemy soldiers to simply fall asleep. To reward you for making it to the end of the video, I want to tell you a little bit of a secret. All these gameplay techniques I've showed you today do not count as official kills in Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, meaning you can still get Foxhound rank. Also, everyone say hi to Rion Cadena. Hello.